This is Past the Rock.
It's like you're doing some middle out, some middle out work. We are back to wrap this week up. We'll get to a couple things more rapid fire, I think here. We'll start with what's going on with Texas hockey. The Stars did officially hire their coach. Glenn Gulletson used to be the Stars head coach. Actually, one of Jim Nill's first moves when he got here as GM was to fire Glenn Gulletson. It was a long time ago, obviously, 11, 12 years ago. It was his first time ever being a coach in pro hockey. He went on to Calgary, which didn't go so well. There's a famous video of him throwing sticks into the seats during practice.
Hell yeah.
But then in the last 7 years, he's been on Edmonton's bench. He's manned their power play for, I don't think the entire time.
Oh, the power play, you say?
Which, the obvious thing that you could, to burst that bubble would be to say, well, he had McDavid and Drysdale, but still, lots of teams have lots of good players, but they can't always make it work. So I'm excited to have him in. Technically, it is a retread, but this is only his third head coaching gig, and it's been a long time since he had one. So I think it's the right guy. There's not just a ton of there's never, I don't know, there's no obvious hire unless there's someone you're getting from another team.
Yeah, I mean,
So
I
I think
you
it's
can't
fine.
say I'm well versed in the market.
We are still paying Pete DeBoer for this last year, which the owner had previously expressed a disinterest in ever doing, but Neil seemed to talk him into it, which likely some people suspect means Gulletson isn't getting paid a whole lot relative to coaches. But, I'm assuming, come in and win, and that changes. So.
No, I think that's definitely
And
true.
once the other coach isn't on the books anymore.
Yeah, and if it's only a year, I think that allows you the opportunity to where if he can't save this, it might. I mean, I guess the other way is if he can't save this, then it should look pretty bad, and it should be an easy decision.
So we'll see. Obviously, they brought Jamie Benn back for a year at $1 million. I don't remember if we discussed that on
He
here.
did have the team-friendly deal.
Sort of. If he plays 80 games, he makes, I think, $3 million instead.
Hidden bench, brother.
Bonus cap can get moved to the next year's, I think, which is confusing. I think the other interesting hockey note is they agreed to convert. Well, not necessarily convert. They're adding 2 more games to the regular season. So you can play less preseason games. You could probably still. I think you can kind of play as many as you want if you can get them scheduled. It's not like everyone plays the same amount, I don't think. I think some teams play more and some teams play fewer. Just because they don't really need it. I don't know. You just don't need it in hockey, I guess, the same way you do in other sports.
Yeah, I mean, the point system allows this, doesn't it?
But so they'll be playing 84 games instead of 82 now. What that does do is it makes it to where you play everyone in your division an even amount of times, which is a huge. It just should be that way. So, with how much that matters for playoffs and seedings, the way they do it, with
An even amount though? Wouldn't you want to? Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Well,
I think it's how it's
so the
weird.
way it was working was you would play like 2 teams 3 times and 2 teams 4 times and 1 team 3 times or something like that.
Oh, I see.
So you play an even. Everyone in the division plays an even amount against
Yeah,
each other.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
And I'm just excited because that just means more hockey for me. And the Stars keep it free on Victory Plus. That's just an even bigger bonus.
Just gotta keep living through those ads.
And then I don't hate it. It's fine. They're minimal right now. There's some bad ones, but you can always turn the volume down. I don't know.
Is the one if I turn it back on and there's the Sprouts one where they're all moaning, I'm gonna fucking lose it.
And yeah, the worst part about any kind of new startup streaming thing, well, even Hulu does this. It's a lot the same ad every time, kind of
constantly.
thing.
Constantly.
Rally
House.
Yeah, that's on the radio a lot too. The other thing the new CBA is going to do is they're enforcing players to wear something that all the junior players are wearing now. It's like a neck guard. It looks like a turtleneck almost underneath your jersey. So obviously players playing now, and I think players who play at least 1 game next season will be grandfathered into not having to do that. Jamie Benn's one of the few guys left who doesn't have like like something with his visor. I think it doesn't have to be clear or something. He's like one of like 3 guys who still can do that because he's been around so long. So
Oh,
now,
I see.
if he keeps playing, he'll have double illegal, but you've been grandfathered in uniforms.
It's
But
so
the net guard is
funny.
obviously a good idea, and I don't see any problem with getting the players safe. It's crazy to think there were players. I mean, when they put the helmets in the late '80s, I think, when they forced it on people, there were people able to play into the early 2000s without helmets, or maybe the late '90s without helmets. It's a wild sport. It's a different beast.
Yeah, I mean it's just a part of the gritty Western world that we've all developed over the
And
time.
of course, they make the least money. They might have better like long-term health benefit stuff than the NFL does, but they're not getting paid to the scale a bunch of NFL players are usually.
No, but they play longer on average, I would guess.
Yeah, I would think so.
That'd be my assumption. It's probably the best way for them.
I guess
And they have European, or they have foreign options. They don't just have to play in North America.
That's very
That's
true.
true. Yeah, it's similar to the basketball that way. But baseball has that too. I guess American football is the only one that doesn't really have that.
Yep, that's because the NFL
Not until flag
is
football takes over.
No, maybe that one I could see. I could see flag football being a little
And
more
also
popular
just
around the world.
an NFL roster is what, like 50-something people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's tough
Well,
to replicate
And
that.
I do think the world generally looks at like. No, I don't know if it's all the hockey. I wonder how hockey is when you really get into the nitty gritty around the world. But
Well, I mean,
a lot of people
there's
just
a
think
ton of
American
it- I
football
don't think
is
there's a ton of
goofy
it
as
in
shit.
South Asia or Africa, I think, or South America.
Right. That's where I would definitely, yeah. But it's just one thing there, It's just,
I mean, there's a reason there's like 3 countries that mostly dominate international play. 4 countries.
very
Yeah,
fair.
if we can make flag football like a legitimate
That's
Just
the
like
plan.
professional
That's
league?
obviously what they're going for.
that could fit for a lot of skill player guys
That's
who
their best move.
can't make it, and then
They just kill
Hey.
linemen.
if the spring leagues can actually sustain themselves for longer than 2 years, that could be an alternative for a lot of guys who like, hey, you couldn't crack it in the NFL for whatever reason, or the NFL just like is done with you. But you
UFL's
still have
still
some-
rolling. That's been like what 3 years since them and the XFLs started.
No, way less time than they merged. This is year
From
2
the
of them
merge,
of their
yeah.
merge.
But I mean, they both
The
started
restart or
a
whatever.
while ago.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just they haven't collapsed yet, but they were just founded in this, like the UFL itself properly had its first season last year, so we're barely on season 2.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
I say
on
that as if I
hockey.
even watch any of it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's on, and I'll look up at it for a minute. But anyways, we'll get to, this would have been a good transition if I didn't mention it and then stop to mention it. The UFL team here plays at the old Ranger Stadium,
Yes.
and so now we'll talk about the Rangers. That's my really award-winning transition. When
The
I say this for podcast
slight-
awards, I'm going to use that.
The Peabodys.
Yeah, whatever the YouTube Peabodys are.
We're gonna talk about what my fear has been for this for the last couple months, huh?
Mediocrity.
Yeah, that this team is just
Slightly below
gonna
average.
turn it around.
It is interesting that last week someone posted the record that was exactly identical to the 2023 team, but obviously they're just different. They're different teams.
Well, one was the second half of the season, and the other was the first half of the season, right?
No, they had identical records through whatever it was games.
No, I thought the Rangers came out like a brick shithouse in the 2023. Are you talking about 2024 or 23 Rangers?
Am I just going nuts? Give me 1 second here. I can find it again.
The Rangers came out like a fucking brick shithouse in
They
23.
did in like the first month, but I feel like it fell back off around.
No, I'm pretty sure that number was the last, because the Rangers sucked after All Star, and that was the same that was the same number they had been whenever that was made, and it was just a couple days ago or whatever.
No, while he looks for that, just to let the people at home know, our Rangers are 9.5 games back of the Trash Throws. Braves.
The Basura.
I would say the division's out of pretty much out of reach at this point, unless something crazy happens to Houston.
Or the Rangers remember how to fucking win.
Well, they definitely have to sweep them this weekend, and that would be already
the
unlikely.
wild card, which is fine.
If somebody can fucking be consistent at the bat, at the plate.
Well, I think it's beyond even talking about the obvious there. It's two guys that I'm interested in talking about because Corey Seager and Marcus Semien are doing fine. That's interesting to see. We'll figure out that next season.
Yeah, there is one.
Josh Young and Adolis Garcia is a different conversation.
Those are, I would say, Adolis Garcia he can keep doing what he's doing.
But is he going to keep doing it in the same uniform?
I don't know. He's the only one driving in runs for the most part.
His timely hitting is incredible. Still, he's the best right fielder in Major League Baseball this year. I think, as far if you're looking at like
defensively
runs.
But how does he fit the timeline? Is the question I'm asking. Because I don't know.
The timeline, I don't know if he fits, right? Because
this is when we're supposed to be winning in the timeline. When they
brought
in Seager and Semien, this was what they were.
Well, I know what Beth is getting at because it feels like we're going to come into a crossroads of like we're going to just have to tear this thing down and go young and build again, or do we double down on the veteran aspect of the roster? And if so, then yes, he's part of the timeline. If not, his contract's not. I think his contract's up after this season, if not next season, and then you can just kind of move on and put somebody younger at that spot.
Are they putting Josh Young in the super serum chamber? Because that could be that's the only belief that I think you could have for this team.
It's clearly they just need they were like, go clear your effing head because sorry, they were probably a lot nicer about it than that. But watching his at bats were just insane. Of just you're swinging at just everything, and all the swings look wild. Like it looks like me trying to bat. Where you
have you seen? I
don't know.
Have you seen the comments from Evan Grant about he was potentially not?
I'm not on Twitter anymore, so I don't hear Evan Grant says about anything.
I think this one he did. He did on a podcast or something. I did see it clipped onto Twitter, but I don't know where it was. I think it was on YouTube and stuff too. Evan Grant just said that there was maybe he wasn't taking the constructive criticism well, or whatever it was, or that he needed to hear more of an opinion. So
yeah, I mean
that was surprising to hear.
It was obvious watching him that he's not comfortable right now with the plate, and he needs to be. So. Hopefully he gets that cleared out. We found out Cody Bradford's not coming back this year at all.
Right.
Which that's tough. We were hoping for that. I mean, obviously the pitching you can't complain at all.
Yeah,
man. Uvalde and DeGrom.
You definitely were hoping that we were going to be able to move on from Patrick Corbin as a primary starter.
The idea for Patrick Corbin was to come in, eat up some innings, probably lose some games, but honestly, he's been fine for the most part, better than I thought he would be.
Maybe John Gray can still do that.
And the hope is John Gray can come slide in, and he's making his first rehab start. Is it tonight? Sometime this week.
That's nice.
So he's close to coming back. It's closer than Bradford. I can't remember if Bradford even got a game in before they decided to shut him down. But, yeah, it's interesting because the trade deadline happens right when our next series against the Mariners starts, and that's such a big one. And it's like, well, we got to make these decisions before we play them. So it's gonna suck to make some decisions and then potentially, lose all three of those and really be out of it.
Well, I know. I mean, I think at this point you're pulling the plug if you're not sure.
Maybe they're in a weird spot because they're not so bad that it's like, all right, dump it.
I mean, my guess is that they're probably just going to let it run and just say that championship buys you time.
And I don't know who they trade.
It's only Adolis, right? If they do it, Who else is like returning value like that right now?
I think. Well, no, because I think we described the farm system. Maybe
unless you're going to talk about DeGrom.
Or are we just talking about trading
I mean, yeah,
bets?
I guess DeGrom, if you were really trying to go nuts, for sure.
I mean, that would be the ultimate white flag.
That's fair.
So when
But I
we're talking
think the
about trade, are we
fans-
talking about like to improve the team now, or are we just talking
Yeah.
about fire sale? Because
I would say beginning the phase of moving on from the old guys and focusing on the young ones,
You
whoever they
can't
may
move.
be.
No one's taking Simeon.
man, don't take yeah.
I understand that, but is there still no? I mean, Marcus has been playing better. I thought we were going to talk him into retirement by the end of this.
I would. Okay, so I would say,
Not
yeah,
with
I don't
that
know
band.
about that.
Annalise
Yeah, I
might
don't
be
know about
one. What about Jonah? Like he's not.
Yeah, it might be time
He's
to
not
move.
making that much money though. It's not like
But it
Well,
may,
no,
that
but
might
I
just
mean,
be
this
a-
isn't about cost cutting because it's baseball after all.
That might just be a
Yeah,
change of
Jonah-
direction.
I think
Hickey's been better.
because those guys splitting time is a good thing for everybody.
Jake Berger, maybe. I mean, you could. It's not like
Yeah,
he's
I
been.
mean, if you are just
worth the
picking
signing.
picking off the pieces, Berger, Garcia, but Garcia's going to be a tough one because he's the only player that provides anything to energy wise. You know, Simeon and Seager are baseball robots, and they just come in, do their job, and leave.
Yeah,
And,
that team without him on there is it's really fucking boring.
and yeah, does that matter?
From an energy perspective.
It
from an
seems
energy
like it
perspective.
does because they can't rally.
Is this about their timeline, or is it about Sebastian Walcott's timeline?
Well, I mean, Walcott doesn't even play outfield, so, right? Does he? He's a shortstop, is he not?
I mean,
Or we-
I think
Yeah,
we're allowed to
he's
put him wherever right now. He's a
shortstop,
figment
so
of our
if you're
imagination.
a
Still,
shortstop, then you can pretty much play everywhere. A la Josh Smith and kind of Isaiah Kiner-Falefa.
the
So-
one tall ass outfielder, that's for sure.
Get
But-
that fulcrum.
Yeah, I mean,
ball home.
I'm going to get back into the
Yeah.
Rangers watch probably for this awful ass Houston
trade-wise,
series
it's-
coming.
Are they gonna really? The only thing they can do trade wise is blow it up, or sacrifice some farm pieces to think they're gonna win again this year.
I mean,
Wow.
you
Not the
get
big
two.
one.
You can get one or two guys in there who are just hitting well, then yeah, that might turn things around. Because a lot of it is they just can't generate runs consistently, right?
Yeah,
You
just
get a
really
guy
bad
in
at
there
bats.
to. Yeah,
I
you
mean,
might.
I
just need
still
somebody
don't
to-
know if I'm 100% sold on the bullpen, but we haven't been able to
No,
test
no,
the
no,
theory.
That's yeah. I can't get that yet.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I don't know how to test the theory, so like my suspicions may or may not be true, and there's only one way to find out. I don't know if we're gonna get there.
Yeah, but this Rangers team is doing something very impressive, and that is they are killing the every other year Bochy theory.
Maybe.
That would be heartbreaking.
Yeah,
But
Right.
yeah, that's
So-
one of those. Just like the Aaron Rodgers destined to go to Minnesota things, I'm like, this just you're breaking reality to force this thing to make sense.
yeah. Where's that clip of Rob Schneider that goes, "Oh no, we suck again"?
Oh God.
I used to spam the shit out of that anytime UNT football had a slow start. on Twitter.
I mean, yeah, there's been a lot of that, but yeah, well, we'll see how it goes.
I did get
Obviously,
to- I did
shit's
get
been
to
bad
go
before.
To my third game of the year, got this Jujutsu Kaisen jersey.
It's lovely.
Got a free DeGrom jersey that
It looks a little more like University of Texas baseball.
Oh,
the
the
lettering?
font? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Still one of the nicer ones. The free DeGrom we got.
It does look nice.
Can't complain about a free jersey. Didn't know it was happening. We got there early enough. It's connected to UT Dallas somehow.
As a
Nice.
sponsor, I
It's a
guess.
free white DeGrom, but it's all like
Eh, it looks fine.
it's for free. It's great. That's obviously not sewn on patches or anything.
Does it
Yeah.
fit? I mean,
There's
but
no stitching on here.
The-
I
the
think
printing-
Fanatics even does stitching nowadays, really.
The printing is pretty solid, though. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's again for a free one.
Might be
awesome.
better than what
So,
Fanatics puts out there for reading
Literally.
themselves.
Let me tell you. But it was fun. It was my third game. We just happened to luck into 3 DeGrom starts. He's just unreal. So fun to watch. Just a clinic every time he's out there. So even if you're not a big baseball person, maybe go watch the next DeGrom start because who knows how many more we have if they decide to do something like that. I bet the Dodgers would love to have him for a playoff run.
As if the Dodgers don't already have enough talent up and down that fucking team.
Yeah, get more. Why not? You're already
Oh,
in the
man.
second apron or whatever. And that's an interesting thing about what the Rangers are doing is I believe next year they'll be able to spend more because they're free from the repeat being over the apron tax. So there is a chance that this offseason looks a little bit different than the last one did. But, the season's only halfway. We got Jacob deGrom as our all-star.
All right, well, if this shit still sucks in a week, then I'm pulling up the free agent to-be list and getting crazy with it.
Yeah, no, I don't know how this team will turn around if they stand pat. So I don't know, man. I was getting a bad feeling because these bats haven't been coming alive consistently enough, and it doesn't look like they will.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't like the way it looks. I've seen the team do it before, so it seems like it could happen. But there's been definitely more games of bad on top of that 1 year of good now.
Yeah,
Just an all-around bad watch this season from an offensive perspective. Just absolutely abhorrent.
I did get to see Osuna's first home run though. That was really cool.
That's
we won
fair,
that
you
game,
were
which
there.
was fun. So yeah, I was there for his first hit. Now his first home run, and now he's my favorite Mexican baseball player.
And he's a good vibe captain, and clearly we're going to need some of those.
That'd be cool.
No, I feel very confident that
Still-
he's a vibe captain.
Still don't love the in-game presentations. I don't know who
That
I'm
might-
gonna talk to fix some of that, but
gotta
It's
talk to
never
that whole
happened.
organization.
They want to know what TikTok users think about it. That's what they want to get in the seats. People that it's loud.
I think the last thing we're gonna do this week is break down this video that's taking the nation by storm, or just sports fans, I guess. I don't know where it's all spread. to.
Taking the internet sports fandom by storm.
For sure, and we'll do a little stop and start here, I guess. The context is this is hockey. Sorry, this is not hockey. This is golf happening in Canada. And there's a guy who you're not going to see. You might hear for a little while in the video, who's just kind of a former NHL player that you've never heard of, Nick Tarnowski.
Facts.
He probably, it looks like he played somewhere like close to like 150, less than 200 games total in his career in the NHL.
Still counts.
But yeah, I mean, he had a cup of coffee or whatever you want to say. So let's.
Fuck up there or you're gonna get booted the fuck out of here.
I know, fine.
Enough. You're not a tough guy. Hurry up. I'll fucking.
So yeah, this guy here in the glasses, Caesar.
He's about to make a lot of bad decisions.
They're mad. The hockey player, who's not the one filming, but he's friends with the guy filming, is getting mad at this group because they're taking forever to play golf, which is obviously annoying.
And usually etiquette is just to let people pass through. Just
Or it's
let
like
it happen.
yeah, but you don't. This guy's just obviously really inebriated and is not going to handle all of this very
I
well.
promise you that. Hurry up.
Yeah, honestly, I never realized how much of a
he's not.
powerful drunk stance he has until
He's
just
not
now.
Oh, he's pretty tough.
He's not tough.
Fucking tough.
You're not tough.
Hey,
You're not
just
tough.
don't- Let's get going.
Get
His
going.
friend
Or
on
you
the
can
left
play
of
behind
this-
us.
Get going, eh?
Take all the
Defuse it.
fucking time you want.
It's
This is
golf.
fucking
You're not
embarrassing.
tough.
This is golf. This is not
Yeah,
golf.
it's not.
Then stand there 15 fucking minutes.
You
That's
can't
not
even.
golf.
You guys can't even stand
up.
and tee your ball up now.
All right, hold on.
Well,
We
so
can
they're
pause
just
for
so
a second.
trash.
No, we can
I
pause.
didn't even realize how
All right.
trash both of these guys are.
I don't think that we appreciate enough the fact that a drunk Canadian accent is one of the funniest fucking things to hear as an American.
We need to watch more
Because-
Trailer Park Boys.
I was gonna say Trailer Park Boys, Letterkenny, Shoresy.
Yeah, it's just so good. It's just so good when they get absolutely shit faced, or as they say in is it Alberta? Yeah, they get fucking schwacked.
I think this
So-
is Alberta, or at least I think that's where.
Yeah, because Alberta is apparently the country part
If
of.
you stand
Do
there,
we need to get
fucking moron.
the police out here?
No, we don't need police. We're not.
Okay, then let's get going here.
Let's go. Pick your shit
Now
up and
he's-
get going. This is not fun.
Pick your shit up and keep going.
We're what? I'm gonna throw him in this fucking lake. This is what's gonna happen.
And that's true.
So yeah, so you just hear Tarnowski say, "Hurry up, or I'm gonna throw you in the effing lake." That's what's gonna happen.
Fuck you both. This is fucking bullshit. They've been sitting there for fucking 23 minutes.
I'll cry about it. Fucking
Well,
cry
cry
about
about
it.
it.
Fucking cry
I'm
about
gonna
it.
fucking
I mean, honestly, like,
Pussy.
I'm a pussy.
Like,
I like the cry about it
cry
part.
about it.
Yeah,
The other
all these-
part, yeah.
there's a lot of great quotes in here.
This is fantastic.
Fucking cry about it.
I'm going to.
Fucking cry about it.
Well, he's about to cry
Fucking
about it.
pussy.
I'm a pussy.
Like,
Ugh.
fucking cry about it.
Buddy, you're gonna get fucking shit today.
I don't give a
You
fuck.
No,
better
again,
get fucking
again,
shit,
fair,
Let's
fair
fucking
warning.
go, man.
This is great here. As he starts
He's
getting
standing on
into the
business.
fight, you're gonna see him throw his glasses and wait till he does the glove. That's my favorite part.
Okay,
Keeping it
but
real
it's
goes wrong.
smart to get rid of the glasses,
I don't
though.
give a fuck.
That's
It's
smart.
It's true
Let's
Fucking
fucking
bad
go,
news.
man.
for both helping him and not getting hurt.
No, I'm not filming that.
You need these,
Oh, yeah.
you need these
This is
sounds,
is this a duel? This is like a Canadian duel right here?
Just
You
get
take your
ready,
glasses and
but
glove off.
You want to hear
I don't
those
give a
sounds.
fuck.
Like badly.
Good. Let's
Fucking
fucking
bad
go,
news.
man.
It's fucking
You
gold.
don't wanna go in. You don't stop. You don't
No,
wanna go.
I'm not filming this. I'm not stopping. No.
I don't know
I'm
why.
not
You-
filming this.
You guys need to get off the golf course.
Let's
Go now. Like,
He was
back
ready.
up, go now.
But was he
He's
ready?
wooing. All right.
Go.
This is battle cry. Okay,
Bro, I love it.
brother, this is
I
fantastic.
forgot how much. Oh yeah,
Hey.
and then it's just come on, cameraman, hurry up! Boom!
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's in.
No,
fucking told you. Man, leave me
You
That's
wanna-
a big
Yeah.
distance. That he like was at the edge of that shoreline
look at him
and
crawling
got
that
him,
forest
I
during
got it
that
all on
swamp.
record.
and then it was like, oh no, he still wants it.
Whoa, he still wants it.
Go, guys.
Yelling bang.
I wouldn't be going back, you fucking moron.
So this is the hockey player, obviously.
Yeah, you can tell it's the hockey guy. Look at the way he's grabbing that jersey or that shirt.
Are you still cheering on you?
Bro, yelling bang when you punch is so cool.
Get out.
What are we doing? And then yeah, ragdoll, ragdoll, bro.
Okay, all right, wait. Let's rewind it a little bit, just a little bit more. Right here. I
Here, so
I wanted
you
to
hear-
talk about something.
I need you to hear. Okay, you talk about it, and then I'm going to tell you something to listen to. Yeah.
All right.
Oops.
So you see this? This is the first mistake this drunk boy makes right over here. One, he's coming downhill. He's drunk. His equilibrium's already just off. Right? He's going on a downhill angle. All that momentum is carrying him where he shouldn't be. And the hockey player, well, he just knows exactly. Just grab and just keep dragging him down. Gravity's already working against this guy. So that was his first major
Yeah, like
mistake
they're-
on the
they're
charge.
eye
He
to
should have
eye.
walked down.
They're eye to eye right here, and then this guy starts going down the hill, and all of a sudden he's no longer going to be eye to eye.
It was
Yeah.
already easy enough for him, and then you're right.
Yeah,
Gravity
it's
just
like,
handles
it's like that
business.
scene in Star Wars. Like, I have the high ground. Make the guy come up to you, right? You're going down to him. You're just asking for problems. You can continue to roll.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts here is you can hear the hockey player when this guy starts like clapping and going towards him, yelling. You'll hear the hockey player being like, "What are you doing?"
You guys need to get off the golf course.
Yeah, we will, man.
Go now. Like, pack up, go now. Get in the car and go.
I don't know what you're doing. You're not scaring anybody. You're just making yourself.
Hey, man.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. Well,
Hey,
And then look,
hey.
Off to a good start.
not a single punch that we saw on
You
here.
want another
Not
shot?
one punch was thrown. He just kind of threw him into the lake.
I got it
Kudos to
all
this
on
guy
record.
for not being
very
scared.
respectable way to handle it.
Now, if we can pause this one more time, let's say now this is where the drunk guy, clearly he's
Instant
not
mercy
thinking.
on the friend.
He's not thinking because he's walking up to the dude, and this hockey player takes 2 business days to wind up his punch, right? And then another business day to throw it.
There's nothing you can do about
Look
it.
at this! Look at this! Look at this! Just takes all day. These are some slow punches. For
But he was in the
thrown.
grass. He didn't need to swing fast. He had that young man was going nowhere.
what I'm saying is, if this
Sure,
guy right
yeah,
here, if
yeah,
I am
sure,
coaching
hockey.
this guy that's in the bush, I'm like, at this point, listen, you're probably gonna lose either way. You might as well go down swinging. He takes 2 to the face after getting thrown into the lake, buddy. You're out here banging your chest, hooter and hollering like some animal. You might as well throw a paw or two, but no, he is just taking it like a champ. I guess.
Like a rag doll.
Absolutely. This guy is a human punching bag with a Canadian accent.
I also need you to hear what the guy recording says about how he says he's recording it.
I got it all on record.
I got an old record. 1 business day. 2 business days.
You wanna fucking go, guy?
And then spares the friend's life.
I wouldn't keep going back, you fucking.
Only to let him know. Bang! Bang! Mike Breen!
Why is it saying bang? That's the other part. He does that. He does that.
Bang!
Is this guy a Mike Breen fan? Does he watch a lot of hoops?
I'm not. Hey, get him the fuck out of here.
Get him the fuck.
No, it's not gonna go well.
It's not okay.
Take him home or get
I
him
asked
fucking
you
out of
to
here.
fucking get moving. I said stop looking like an idiot.
Get out of here.
I said stop looking like an idiot.
And he did finally, which is respectable because, like, I think at that point, even he could not deny that he was completely a fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%.
3 strikes and you're out.
It's just the guy went up said. It started off kind of like, all right,
Well,
this
it's
is a
not
little
even
funny.
like it's
But
not
then-
even like he's a similar like. It's
He's
like
not
he
a
got
similar build at all.
He's not like he got surprised by like a 5'8" skinny guy taking him down. You know, like
I think that maybe the drunkenness caused him to calculate the fact that he was on a
especially
hill.
when he was up high. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that his brain did not register the level of which that he would be going down to handle business.
I just need this guy. Listen, Canadian dude, if you somehow stumble on this, I'm sure you're avoiding all internet interactions right now. Buddy, put your hand, defend yourself. At no point did this guy ever try. He just took it.
When the hockey player has him, he just has one hand kind of up in front of his face like this. He doesn't really do anything with it.
Yeah, and I'm just like, as this guy got, it feels like this guy never got in a fight in his life, and he's like, all right,
Definitely not that hammered.
Yeah, he's like, I've got to,
It's not a
I
good
got
thing.
to. It's like I gotta keep it real. It's like that Dave Chappelle skit. It's like
When keeping
I got
it
to
real
keep
goes
it
wrong.
real, and then when keeping it real goes
Playing
wrong,
on my phone.
and then just gets his ass kicked, just so many times. I'm like, oh my god! So all these unprotected shots to the head. What are you doing, guy? And also, like, it's golf. I get that the guy. I don't know. I've never played golf. It doesn't interest me. It's boring as shit to me. But you know, hey, 23 minutes. I guess that's a really long time to take. You
yeah.
still don't have to go. Like, it's golf. It's just golf. Is it
But it's-
really that serious?
But it's not golf at that point, is what their point was. This isn't
That
golf.
neat-
This isn't golf.
I guess not. I guess not. I mean, sure, I would be annoyed too.
No, they're
Guys
all
being
drunk.
dickheads.
They were all drunk, so that's led to that.
I think golfing is a very sober event. I don't know what you're
Oh
speaking of.
God.
Oh, God.
And
Not
one
the stories
thing
that I
I
heard
know-
from
It's
people.
a time of great reflection.
One thing I've learned is that all hockey players play golf pretty much. Like that's their thing. And then especially when they're no longer playing hockey, they play a lot of golf. which
Like
means
conservative
a lot-
basketball players, they
a
all
lot
play
of
golf.
drinking.
Yes.
But anyways, that's probably what we got for this week. Unless you guys have anything else fun you want to throw out here. Hot
No,
takes
I-
on anything happening in the world.
This is just a lesson to all Canadian men that get drunk and don't know that there's a hockey player out there. This is a very maybe once in a lifetime thing. Don't give up the high ground. Just don't give up the high ground. Maybe cover your head. Just
Yeah, did you know
And if you're
Star Wars Episode 3?
And if your goal in life is to get drunk on a golf course all day, then like maybe you should follow the concept of letting someone play through,
Yeah.
as it will prolong your ability to get drunk on a golf course.
This is very true.
I forgot to ask if you did any kind of cricket activities. I'm assuming you didn't.
No, I did see a cricket stadium though. That shit was big as fuck. That was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's cool.
I didn't see it inside, but we drove past it and I was like, oh my god.
All right,
Yeah.
folks. We'll see you next week.
This is Past the Rust.